As an eczema and detox specialist, a lot of people ask me, what is the one food group that I could eliminate and see a healthier body and better looking skin? So this video is all about talking about this one food group that you should absolutely eliminate to have an eczema-free journey. Well, to be honest, just eliminating this food group is not going to heal you fully, because eczema is a three-part problem. It's a physical, mental, and emotional problem. So we have to work on all of these three categories to ensure that our bodies are harmonized and in balance, and then have the capacity to self-heal. But if you work on the physical aspect, our emotional and our mental aspects will be helped as well, and vice versa. So starting with the physical, which is the easiest, what can we do to better our health and see our eczema recede? Well, let's look at this food group. The food group that I'm talking about is dairy. So dairy is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to skin health and health in general, because it clogs the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is your immune system. It's your waste system as well. So the body uses your waste or immune system to basically get all the bad bacteria, all of the bad pathogens and acids, as well as toxins from all the cellular interstitial spaces to your elimination pathways. And kidneys are your #1 elimination pathways. If it does this well, that means your lymphatic system or immune system is working properly. If it has trouble doing this, it means that your lymphatic system is compromised. So dairy is one of the biggest cloggers or congestors of the lymphatic system. Not only does it not have the enzymes necessary for our bodies to process it correctly, our bodies don't have enzymes to tackle it either. So we are incompatible when it comes to the food, the chemistry that's in dairy. Why is this so? Because the milk that we internalize is actually meant for a little baby of that species. So if we're eating milk from a cow, it's meant for a calf. If we're eating sheep's milk, it's meant for a little baby sheep. So, and the reason is that all of the probiotics, enzymes, growth hormones, everything that the baby needs of that species to grow properly is included in that milk. When you give that milk to a different species that has a different growth pattern, has a different nervous system, has a different endocrine, everything is different, then the body doesn't know what to do with it. And it becomes very acidic and very burdensome. So if we're eating chemistry that does not correspond to the proper chemistry our body needs, it's going to convert that chemistry as foreign acidic chemistry that now it has to get rid of. And if our elimination pathways are not strong, it's going to have a hard time doing that. So that acid chemistry is going to get stuck. It's going to linger in places that are the weakest in our bodies. It's going to degenerate cells in those weaker areas, and it's going to cause our skin to take over a lot of that elimination detoxification. Since our kidneys are working hard, everything's working hard, our skin is going to take over. And that's why you see a lot of the pimples, acne, skin problems, eczema, and so forth. So in order to give the body less of that lymphatic burden, what we can do is go dairy-free. That means no cheese, no milk. So whenever you see that trigger, that means your body is actually, its lymphatic cup is full, and that acidic extra waste is burdensome. So that's why you see the flares. So if your body goes back to not having eczema for a little while, you reversed it a bit, you were less stressed, you went on the alkaline diet and you see some changes, but then you go back to certain foods, it means that the cup was probably spilled over a little bit, so you don't have as much burden. But once you put that extra acidic burden into the body, you see that it becomes full again. That means you haven't gone far enough to detoxify and to lay off that burden, that lymphatic burden, that stagnation in the body. So what is the key? The key is to actually go for the full detox, to give your body 3 months of very burdenless foods, alkaline foods, not the acidic that we're used to. It's important to give your body a long-term break and do the right things consecutively for a long time, because that really not only unburdens the body, but it gives the body the energy to strengthen those elimination pathways, to strengthen the organs and the glands that work with, harmonizing our health, our vibration. So that's not going to, be done through treatments or eliminating 2 food groups. That, as I said, it's going to eliminate some of that burden, but you're always going to be yo-yoing back and forth. I'm eating this right, and then I go back to this, and then I have to eliminate that, and then this gives me a flare-up. This is okay. It's working with acids and alkaline chemistry and being like, okay, one day I'll do alkaline, one day I'll do acidic, and hope for the best. But the body needs consecutive effort. So if you want to really get rid of acids, you have to go alkaline for a while, because it takes a while to regenerate all those tissues, to help strengthen those pathways. So patience is key. And what I see a lot in my Facebook eczema group, with people that I work with, is everybody wants the secret sauce. Everybody wants that treatment that is quick and effortless and that it does the job. That's why medication is so prevalent in our society, because people just want to take a pill that gives them the effect that they're looking for. So short-term gratification. Unfortunately, health and anything worthwhile in life takes effort and time. So what that means is doing, again, everything consecutively, in the right way, with the right effort, and giving it the right period of time. And you can't skip steps. That's just not how it works. But you can learn a lot through the process. You can gain a lot of personal strength. You can see the effects, and that's going to keep you going, because you're not going to just do this for 3 months and after the 3 months see the eczema receding. You're going to see consecutive healing happen, and that's going to motivate you to keep going, to see that what you're doing is right. And don't stop. Just because you're healing doesn't mean, okay, now I can cheat. Now I can do what I couldn't do before. My skin looks better. Give it time. And I tell usually people it can take 3 to 6 months. It can take a year, or it can take more than a year if you've taken steroids and you're having the withdrawal symptoms of steroids. So give it time. And if I had a protocol to give you for 30 days, I would say go dairy-free, eliminate the biggest culprits, the most acidic foods, which also could be grains. If you're not soaking or pressure cooking your grains, if they're not organic, they're going to have a very acidic effect on the body. Meat can temporarily help people, because meat has the hormones and the neurotransmitters that are missing in a lot of people with eczema, because their adrenal glands are weak. Adrenal glands pump the cortisol that's needed to keep that inflammation down. But the caveat is that meat is acidic. So over time, the body will weaken because of this high consumption of meat. So initially you may see this boost and you can feel really good because of those neurotransmitters and the hormones that the animal provides, and also the stress hormones. So when the animal dies, it has this surge of adrenaline that you internalize. And when the adrenals are down in people who have eczema, who have a lot of weaknesses and health issues that concern the nervous system, it can give them that artificial boost. But it's not a long-term strategy, because meat does cause weakness of the guts, weakness of the prostate, of the endocrine system, of the uterus and ovaries, and so much more. So if you're looking for a quick fix, maybe a year or 2 or 3, and you want to feel better and you don't have the stamina to do the detox, then, people say do the carnivore. Although you may see results, I do not advise it because it's a fix. It's not a long-term solution. The long-term solution is to help your body do what it does the best, meaning you unburden it from the waste and from the acids that are causing it to become clogged, and for the lymphatic system to become, stagnant. And then you give it the energy from alkaline foods, which have the most energy out of all the foods out there, to repair. And once you do that, then the body can take on, certain foods. Once you repair the systems, you can kind of go back to how you were before, maybe a bit healthier, which I really advise, but you can go back once the body is fixed. However, when you're in the process of fixing, you have to be diligent and strict. That is the process of healing. So that is my advice. I would get rid of dairy, get rid of meat, get rid of non-organic, non-soaked grains, get rid of anything acidic, alcohol. You have coffee that actually weakens the adrenal glands because it pushes them to overwork. It overstimulates them. So when you're drinking coffee and you need those adrenals to work, you're just exhausting them. So caffeine, get rid of that. Get rid of course, all the junk food, all the processed food. Eat from nature and process that food minimally, meaning cook it minimally. Eat it raw as much as you can and see your body transform. And a lot of people say, but I don't have that stamina. I don't have that motivation and that discipline. Well, that's the whole process of healing. It's not just healing our bodies. It's learning how to take care of them, how to get that discipline, how to have the strength to show up for ourselves. So the whole process of healing is the process of gaining that strength, of understanding how powerful we are and how we can overcome habits. So I hope that is something that's going to help you, just that vision that you can, and you just have to take the first step. And everything looks difficult when you begin. You feel like, oh, I look at the mountain, I see how the top is so high and I have to walk all of those paths just to get up to the top. And sometimes people give up before they even start the walk, the climb. But if you start and you put your foot forward, and then the next day you put another foot forward, another, you take those small steps, you're going to see that you will overcome what you thought was impossible. So I know you can do this. And that is the journey of healing. It's not just physical, it's a transformational journey. We become different people when we heal. We really, really do. I promise you, you're going to be a different person. You're going to have more discipline, more strength, more resilience. Just everything will change. But you have to take those steps. So, in summary, get rid of dairy, get rid of acidic foods, and give yourself that space and that capacity and that possibility that you can do this. Give yourself that pat on the back. I am capable. I deserve this. So invest in yourself, take those steps, and also look at your emotional and mental patterns. So while you're on this journey, keep track of your emotions. Do those meditations, take those walks, get the sun, get the sunshine without sunscreen. Get that vitamin D. Vitamin D is really important for people with eczema. So get that vitamin D. Do breath work. Anything that's going to cause your stress levels to harmonize and for you to feel better emotionally, physically, mentally. That is also part of this whole process. So I hope this video helped you, and stay tuned for more tips. And if you want to know what causes eczema and how to treat it with this detoxification framework, I have just the thing for you. I created a masterclass that teaches you exactly what causes eczema. This masterclass shows you exactly what to do from day one in terms of physical diet, in terms of mental health, in terms of emotions, why things happen in our bodies that cause eczema, and what is the path towards absolute healing so you never have to worry about eczema again. And this is a transformation journey. So if you're really serious If you have given up treatments, you're done with medication, and you're truly serious, this is the masterclass for you, and you can find it in the description below. So if you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comments below. I read them. I really like to interact with everybody and offer my advice. And until next time, I will see you soon.